Welcome to Saturday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic at Improv, and this is our first show of the new year, 2021. Not going to say much more about that. Just going to say it's a new year. That's all we need to go for. So thank you guys for joining us. We are Chaotic at Improv. We will be doing some short form improvisation for you guys here tonight. If any of you guys happen to be new and just happen to pop into our stream and haven't seen us before, everything you see in the show is going to be made up. We don't have anything planned other than the games that we'll be doing. And because it's all improvisation, we're going to be needing suggestions from you guys from time to time. So anytime one of us is introducing a game, we may ask you guys for a particular suggestion, whether it's a location, a relationship, a job, anything like that. Feel free to type it into the chat. If you're watching us on Twitch or Facebook Live or YouTube Live, wherever we're streaming and you're catching us. And our tech wizard, Chad, will be monitoring those things for you, and he'll let us know what those suggestions are. Let me introduce our cast for you guys here tonight. My name is Chris. Also, in our cast here tonight, we've got Melanie. We've got Pierce. We've got Patrick. And last but certainly not least, we've got Katie. All right, and I've already mentioned him, our tech wizard, the man behind the screens, the person without which we could not be streaming because we don't have the technical know-how to understand all the ins and outs and the electrons and the buttons and whatever it is that Chad does. It's all sorcery to me. Our host master general, Chad. And I will turn it over to him real quick for some announcements prior to our show.
It's all sorcery to me too, honestly. I mean, yeah. I honestly didn't go to school for this, if you can believe that. Matter of fact, I didn't go to school at all. Stay at school, kids. Anyway, welcome to everyone to Chaotic. Comedy One Shots. There we go. I was about to introduce the wrong damn show. It is 2021, and we are starting off the year with a bang, guys. But hey, thank you so much to everyone who is watching tonight. We love bringing these comedy shows to you during this time and everything, and we love the fact that we are so supportive. We have seriously the best audience in the world. I say that without hyperbole or hesitation. So thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to Abby Joyce and Expressman, who are our latest followers on Twitch. So thank you so much for that. And also thank you to Eagle Panini, who just cheered 100 bits into the chat. And what that means is, we are supported in so many ways by our viewers. If you'd like to support us on a financial basis and help us keep this free and pumped right directly to your device of your choice at home, feel free to go to Chaotic Good Improv on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, and support us through Twitch subscriptions, bit cheers, and other wonderful ways that Twitch allows you to support your favorite creators. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually support us with a Twitch Prime subscription at no extra cost to you, because Amazon owns all that, so hey, good stuff. Also, if you would... if you're not in a position right now to give, that's fine. One way that you could really support us is spread the word to all of your friends, family, worst enemies, and people who constantly send you multi-level marketing invitations. Go ahead and let them know, hey, there's comedy out there. It's free, it's funny, it's improv, and it is made for you. As a matter of fact, y'all actually have a hand in making this show through your suggestions and through a little special action we're going to talk about in just a minute. One last thing I would like to mention is that we also have merchandise, if you are so inclined. Melanie is sporting this amazing sweatshirt that we recently just started offering, as well as we have t-shirts, we have mugs, we have all sorts of things that I did not bring into the room with me, but trust me, it's there. I tell you what, if you want to see what all we have available, go to chaoticgoodimprov.com and check out our store. That is the best place where you can see everything lined up in beautiful photorealistic fashion. And Happy New Year to Sharon Ginschmer in the chat. Good to see you. RM Little, thank you so much for the bit cheers. Okay, one last thing that I would like to cover before we get started. We like to name our shows. Each episode that we do is we have no idea what we're about to do. It's all made up on the spot based on, the suggestions you give us and the wonderful talents of our actors. But we also like to, play a little game and see how well you can name the show. So here's how it works. If you hear our actors say something extremely funny or see like a common theme pop up throughout the show, let me know in the chat and suggest it as a name for the episode. At the end of the show, we will determine, based on a little bit of a round table and everything, we will determine what that name will be, what our favorite is out of all the suggestions that we get from the chat. So feel free to put that in at any time, and we'll discuss it at the end of the show. So thank you so much in advance for that. And that's what we'll name the show in our archives on YouTube and on Twitch going forward. Also, speaking of other things, Brandon Hatcher in the Facebook live feed. We usually don't have a whole lot of people on the Facebook live, but hey, I see you, and hey, it's good to see you around. He also says that, Chris, that is one hell of a cup. So,
yes, yes, it is. It's my Georgia Renaissance Fair mug from 2019. Didn't get to go this year.
Aren't we all at some point, Patrick? But hey, hope you enjoy the show, and feel free to put suggestions into the Facebook chat as well, because I'll be keeping an eye on the whole thing, and the suggestions that we ask for, we will present to the actors. So, and also one last thing, if we don't get to your suggestion in one scene, chances are it will probably come back. So feel free to put as many suggestions in as you like. Okay, I have rambled long enough. Let's get to the funny. Chris, back over to you.
All right, thank you, Chad, and thank you for monitoring the Facebooks there. Just say, hey, Hatch, it's good to see you. Good to see you again out there in Facebook world. We're going to start off this show with a game for Patrick, Pierce, Melanie, and Katie. Mainly, it's going to be Patrick and Pierce are going to be doing a scene for you. Melanie and Katie are going to be helping them out as their pillars. I'll explain how this game goes, but first, I'm going to ask for a suggestion. If I could get a suggestion of someone's New Year's resolution, some sort of resolution that someone may have that they probably have already not kept since it is the second. But just any resolution that someone may look forward to keeping, go ahead and feel free to type those into the chat, and we'll use it. What we're going to be doing is a game called Pillars. So Patrick and Pierce will be performing a scene based on the suggestion you guys give them. Melanie and Katie will be acting as their pillars. And what that means is during the scene, Patrick and Pierce at some point will kind of forget or hesitate what they're about to say. They'll simply raise their hand when they do this. Their pillar will just shout out the first word that comes to their head. It doesn't have to have anything to do with what the scene is going on, and that will then be the next word out of that actor's mouth. So Melanie will be the pillar for Patrick. Katie will be the pillar for Pierce. Chad, do we have a suggestion, or do we get any suggestions for a potential New Year's resolution or some sort of resolution that we can use as a suggestion for this scene?
This one speaks to me. Get more sleep.
Get more sleep. So this scene is going to have something to do with sleep or getting more sleep. That is the suggestion for the scene of Pillars with Patrick and Pierce and Melanie and Katie's the pillar in 3, 2, and 1.
Jimmy, come on, Jim, come back to me. Look, we're in the middle of these negotiations. I can't have you drifting off on me. Jim, wake up, Jim. Jim, you're dreaming.
We've got this. Okay, sorry. I start just talking in my sleep. I just start mumbling. But okay.
You were asleep. You were literally asleep.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm with you now. Terry. Sorry, Terry. I'm with you. Sorry, I've been not getting any sleep at all. Last night, my portrait kept me up all night. I got one of those magical Hogwarts portraits of that's alive and it talks to you for Christmas, and it keeps just talking and rambling and just keeps going on and on.
What you're doing right now, Jim. What you're doing right now is talking, rambling, going on and on like a Hogwarts portrait. I need you to focus. The Hendricks account is in trouble ever since last Thursday when you caterpillared their entire marketing effort. I mean, slow walked it, so it's slower than a snail. You slow walked it slower than you slow walked it like a caterpillar. They
listen,
the complete holiday season.
Listen, I was trying to caterpillar it like you said. You want to wrap it all up. You want to make it nice and tidy. You want to kind of transform it, but it takes 2 weeks, and like they didn't have the time for that. And like it was miscommunication, man. Like it's totally fine. I'm gonna be all right, man. Like,
Jim, you're starting to make me yawn now. All right, look, why don't you try some No-Dos, some Red Bull, some
jet ski.
Some
Jet ski.
some Tennessee whiskey, whatever gets you through the day. But I've got to have you here, okay? Not some Hogwarts La La Land.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My initial idea was to just try
campfires
to keep me awake, but I keep finding the smoke just gets in my eyes, and it just makes my eyes water. I want to close my eyes. I want to go back to sleep. So I'll try that whiskey idea though. I can would isopropyl alcohol work the same? I'm just going to try a little bit of that.
I'm sure. I'm a doctor, so
that does not help. Sorry. Okay. All right. Listen, I just got to go home. I just got to get some sleep. I got to get
vitamins.
I got to get vitamins in me, I'm getting too much vitamin D for being out in all the sunlight for the full 10 minutes I was walking into work. I gotta reduce that. Just gotta close the light.
Yeah, look, if
go to sleep.
you don't get the Hendrix account back together, back in a good place, I'm gonna have to can you. And if I don't can you, I'm gonna have to put you on the other account. The one where we're selling
executive
coaching time. And you know how boring that is.
That's a real snoozer there.
Yeah.
See.
For a second there, I was like, maybe I'm going super method after all. I need more coffee.
I was just sitting there, I'm like, man, I hope he just stays muted the whole scene.
Do we? Pierce might need to snap awake the audience and bring him back. After that, yawning is like vomiting. You got to be really careful because everyone starts doing it. All right, so our next game is one of my most favorite games, and this is for Chris and Katie.
I'm so sorry if you hear that. My neighbors would like to wish everyone a happy 747 on January 2nd. So.
Awesome. I'm going to need a suggestion of a non-geographic location, some kind of building of some sort. And what's going to happen in here is Katie and Chris are going to start a scene. And at any point in the scene, I can yell change, and they're going to have to change up the last thing they said. And I can change the tempo, I can change sound effects, I can change anything. And once I'm happy with it, we will forge ahead, and they will have to use the last thing they said and to justify it to move forward in the scene. So do we have a suggestion that speaks to you, Chad?
They all speak to me.
I don't know, Chris. They speak to me.
They all speak to me, every one of them.
Tell you what, a rose garden.
Rose garden. Okay. So this is Change with Chris and Katie, and it is going to have something to do with a rose garden in 3, 2, and 1. Change action.
That is magnificent flower girl potential, Patricia.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I figured if I was going to come out here and I know typically that flower girls are young, but I've never been one. And I just wanted to show you my skills.
You know what? I think you are never too old, and 40 is the new 4, I guess.
It is. Well, I figured if I'm a flower girl at 40, that means I can be a flower woman at 45. You know what I'm saying?
I love the way you think. I gotta say, your form is impeccable.
Change.
The only thing is, you gotta watch the distribution of the flower petals, you know?
Change.
I think your talent's being wasted.
Oh, what way? I've been practicing for this for the last 3 years, ever since you started dating Chadwick.
Well, I know, and I know that you. It's just, I think you should be my maid of honor, Patricia.
Oh my God, I'm getting lightheaded here. Whoa.
Change reaction and words.
Oh, I don't think I am ready for that. That is just
Change.
too. It's about damn time you invited me to be your maid of honor.
Well, I just had to think about it, and I know now, seeing the time and effort that you put into this, you're going to be a great maid of honor.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have anything to do with your current maid of honor happening to get sick, does it?
Well, she's sick, and also Evelyn wasn't available.
Mm-hmm. So
Change.
Well, I mean, it's probably you were my first choice anyway. It's just
yeah, well, she is short. That's true. And I do look much better standing next to you in my just gorgeous silhouettes.
Change.
And I just, being 7 foot tall, I can stand on the bottom step. You can be on the top step and we'll be eye to eye.
Well, that's what I was thinking, is you're going to have to definitely wear flats, and we've got to make sure that you look uglier than me.
Oh, that won't be hard. I am hideous.
Yes.
In general.
That is primarily why I chose you for this role. Because
I want to thank you for no one's ever used my hideousness as an advantage before, and I'm finally thankful that I get to use it.
Well,
And see. That got so weird.
That happens. That's what
Oh,
happens.
the 7 foot tall bridesmaid.
I would have to say, I would love to see Chris as a flower girl.
Just walking down the aisle.
Yeah, Patrick, if it ever comes up, if you're ever there, just let us know. We can do an all CGI wedding.
With a slight German accent. As your bridesmaid.
In the meantime,
Hello.
Hello.
In the meantime, we're going to do our next game for the other 4 actors in the troops. Melanie, Chris, and Patrick will all be playing this next one. And for this, we need 4 different suggestions. So, Chad, I'm going to fire some stuff out at you and keep an eye on those chat feeds. So the first thing we want is someone's favorite food. Your favorite food. So that's number 1. Number 2. This is how bored I was today. I actually cleaned my oven. First time I've ever done that in my life. So let's do a weird household chore, something that you may never have done. Household chore. Number 3, any animal you might find in a zoo. So animal in a zoo. And the fourth one is I love Chris's cup, his giant Renaissance Fair cup. And we are big nerds here. What's your favorite kind of nerd? What type of nerddom, fandom might you want to see? So we've got favorite food, an odd chore, an animal in the zoo, and your favorite nerd type. And what's going to happen is we're going to have 4 different scenes. We're going to have Melanie and Katie do 1, Katie and Patrick do 1, Patrick and Chris do 1, and Chris and Melanie do 1. I think I got that right. We'll find out. We're going to give those 4 suggestions for 4 different scenes. I'll be controlling the spin, the switch, and be able to switch from scene to scene by hollering out one of those suggestions and letting it go. So, Chad, do we have some suggestions pouring through the chats?
Yes. For the first suggestion, which I believe is food, hot wings.
Hot wings. All right. So, Melanie and Katie, your scene will have something to do with hot wings. Number 2.
Okay. Number 2, dusting the fan.
Dusting the fan. So, Katie and Patrick, you will be dusting the fan. I should probably type these in. So we've got hot wings. We've got fan dusting. And number 3, animal in the zoo.
Fan dusting.
Owls.
Owls. Owls. I do love the owlery in the zoo. So that will be Patrick and Chris will be doing a scene about owls. And finally, nerds.
Okay, what was put in the chat is spends thousands of dollars and hours making Comic-Con outfits, nerd. I would say cosplayers.
Cosplayers.
Yeah. Short.
Cosplay. All right, so that one is for Chris and Melanie, yes? So,
Yes.
Melanie and Katie, you've got hot wings. Katie and Patrick, you have fan dusting. Patrick and Chris are owls, and Chris and Melanie are cosplay. This is Switch, and we're starting with Melanie and Katie in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. I thought they said these were going to be hot. They're mild. They're maybe medium.
Well, I mean, I think that's part of the wonder of the wings, right? You can get what you want. So you got mild, I got extra hot.
Can I have one of your? Can I just try? I'll switch. We can switch. We can trade.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh my God.
Fan dusting.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. I was trying to help you out around the house, and I tried to dust the fan, but I guess I should have turned it off first. That hurt. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
baby. You should have turned the fan off. I don't. It's like you just try to not have to do stuff around the house.
No, honey, that's not it at all. I'm trying my darndest here. I just can't seem to get it right. I just lost this little fingy here, and I want to help you the best I can. But I'm just not good enough for this task. You're just gonna have to do it yourself.
Right. That's exactly what I was saying. Is somehow you lost a finger, and I still have to dust the fan.
Owls.
Patches. Come here, little Patches. Honey, have you seen Patches?
Honey, are you looking for the kitty cat?
Yes, Patches. Honey, I got the tender victuals, and I just want to feed Patches.
Yeah, honey, he's been gone for about 3 weeks now.
Well, cats do that sometimes. They go on walkabouts. It's like they're just little crocodile Dundees, just wander around the neighborhood.
I know, but honey, did you notice when the cat went missing? When all those owls started coming around town?
I heard that. I heard it. I just thought it was a chorus of people yelling that they were confused as to who cooks for them. I heard "Who cooks for you? Cook for you all," and I didn't know what that was.
Yeah. Listen. You might want to sit down for this one. I think
Cosplay.
Ramona. Ramona, you have been in the room for quite some time. I need to see I need you to unveil your latest creations.
Well, I hope that you'll be very, very excited by this, because I've been watching a lot of Netflix, and they have a lot of mysterious shows, and I think that if we go this year as magical, strange creatures from the depths of hell.
I'll be honest with you, Ramona. You need to be much more specific if you want me to create you a masterpiece work. Right now, you look like you're going as Mary, who is giving birth to little baby Jesus or something.
No. I initially was going for eagle. You know, eagle.
Yes.
And I could put a pillow in my back is that a hump I see? Mm-hmm.
Fan dusting.
Oh my goodness, my eyes, honey. Oh my gosh.
I just wanted you to wash the dishes. You can't even be trusted with the soap.
Oh, honey, it burns my eyes so much. I've been trying to help you. But I scrubbed it and I scrubbed it and I scrubbed it real hard. And it splashed right up in my face. Oh my goodness!
Hot wings.
I'm sorry that we had to go to the hospital.
It's fine. You know what? It's fine. Next time we'll know you got to take it easy on the hot wings. You know, I looked at yours and they were just naked wings. you just not ready.
No, I thought I was braver. I wanted to be like you. Mom always thought you were like so amazing, and I've just always looked up for you. You know, you just eat those wings like nothing. I just wanted to see what it was like to be you.
Oh, you know what? It's odd that you are just. I mean, I also have a better job, so I just thought if you're wanting to be
That's
like
why I
me,
let you buy the wings.
right?
Owls.
Oh, honey, you need to show me where your shotgun shells are, because I'm going out there and I'm hunting those damn owls. They sons of bitches. I think they've taken patches.
Fan dusting.
Oh, my chest, honey. Oh, my
But
chest.
it was the freaking vacuum, baby. It is not hard.
Cosplay.
Ramona, I do not think I can help you with your costume designs. You are way too simplistic for my genius brain.
Well, just you wait. This year, the theme is animation, and I'm going to be Violet from The Incredibles.
Or you can pass as a big flock of seagulls fan. Either way, it does not matter to me.
Owls.
Honey, I need you to calm down here, okay? When there's a rational solution here, I have a grenade launcher.
Oh,
Fan dusting.
Honey, I still wind up having to do all the work around here, so it don't matter to me anyway.
All I wanted to do was make the bed.
Team.
Nicely done.
Oh,
Good
that was
stuff.
fun.
What I'm saying is, I'm a great helper around the house. Arm Little in the chat can attest to that.
I'm sure you are. You sound like you are really good. You just die on command for anything. Honey, can you sweep the floor? Oh, heart attack.
You have to suffer for your art. I have something coming into my background here.
All right, so we're just going to forge ahead. That was fun. That last scene made me miss being in a room. Switch always makes me miss being like in a room because Pierce, you did such a good job of clicking in the pace. It was crazy. All right, the next game is one we call Old Job, New Job, and it is for Chris and Pierce. So what I'm going to need is two different professions. And they could be old, new, just two jobs. So what's going to happen is Chris, maybe?
Yeah.
You guys can decide. Will be at a new job, but he's got some carryovers from his old job that to help him out a little bit, perhaps. So do we have a couple of jobs, Chad?
Oh yeah, they're coming in rather slow, so don't be shy on the professions. Just keep them rolling, and we'll go ahead and pull them out of the chat. By the way, I do want to remark very quickly, Stab Comedy did rate us with a couple of folks, so ahead of
Hey, Stab Comedy!
Hey.
good to see you again, and hope things are going well out in California. We are flattered to have you along with us.
Sacramento.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's see here.
My cousin lives in Sacramento.
Oh, good stuff. All right, so
Good stuff.
Hey, Scotty, if you're out there in Sacramento watching.
Great story, Chris.
Mm.
Yeah, wow.
You wait till it ends. Wait till I tell you the ending. It's mind blowing.
It reminds me of that time you told me about a dream you had. So let's see. We have two very similar professions in my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Dog trainer and exorcist.
Okay, all right.
Oh, okay. So, Chris, what are you feeling?
It doesn't matter what direction we go in. Just give me, what did I used to be?
Yeah, let's see. You are now you are a dog trainer who used to be an exorcist.
Who used to be an exorcist. Okay,
Yes.
good. Yeah, because there's not a lot of work for that nowadays. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm a dog trainer now
there isn't.
who used to be an
Now
exorcist.
you have a new job. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Old Job, New Job with. No, you messed it up. With Chris and Pierce in 3, 2, and 1.
So I know you like to be called Brother Paul.
Yes.
It's a little strange, honestly, here at Happy Paws.
Yes, we are Happy Paws.
We are Happy Paws. That's right. Here's have a treat. I'm sorry. That's just habit. We like to reinforce good behavior. That's kind of the whole premise behind Happy Paws. We're happy. We've noticed you've been using some discipline.
Yes.
To training.
Well, that from where I come from, dogs, most animals, they need to be disciplined, but they also need to be rewarded as well. I come from an old school of dog training.
Right. Okay, Brother Paul. So Mrs. Jackson dropped off her poodle.
Yes.
Behavioral issues. And
I've already begun. I have begun. I have set the room to the way that I need it to be done for training. I have all of the incense burning.
Oh, incense.
Yes.
Normally we just like do pee pads and maybe the treat jar.
I need to be able to see the urine. I must be tainted with the evil spirits or not. That would be one of the reasons why the dog is misbehaving. I hope you don't mind. I spent some of the company budget. I hired 4 young castratis to sing Gregorian chant whilst I am training the animals to ensure that none of the spirits are returning back into the dog of malfeasance.
We normally only neuter the dogs. Neutered people maybe going a little far for Happy Paws.
I'm really old school. I told you, I'm very, very, very old school. Now, I do have to admit the poodle had some issues. I have had to sequester it. It is currently being submerged in the tub.
You're using the that's what's going on in the bathing pits?
Yes. So one of two things is going to happen. Well, one thing is definitely going to happen. It will stop struggling, but it will stop struggling for one of two reasons. Either the spirits of disobedience have been removed from the poodle itself, or it falls prey to the evil within. And
Jessica, get the poodle out.
Yes, Domine. Don't I ask your poodle is ready?
The grooming stations are for grooming. A lot of grooming business, and I need you to focus on training and kind of keep away from that area if you could. I'm
sorry, I get my ideas don't come from within; they come from above. I am following the order and the tones of the ancient Thomas, who I believe is quoted in the Holy Scriptures as saying, "When a canine does not listen to you." And then it ended there. It was a very old script. It was a really small script. I have to kind of just figure out what he meant by that.
I'm going to quote the dog whisperer and go, stop.
Out, demons, out! You've got them in you as well.
And scene. Oh my God, the castrati.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Castrati's dog. Yeah.
It was dog and ancient Catholicism coming together into the castrati. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, I do have to comment that Sharon Ginch in the chat said that the castrati thing just made this whole idea of an exorcist dog trainer weird.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's what made it weird. Yeah, that's what made it weird.
Yeah.
It was perfectly fine.
All right. Well, our next game is going to be a game for Pierce and Melanie. It's a game called Scene Three Ways. So in this game, we need to get different genres of film, different genres of theater, because what's going to happen is in this scene, Pierce and Melanie are going to do a scene once, and then they're going to do scene 3 more times in different genres that we suggest. There is there's a schism amongst the cast here of whether we call this scene 3 ways or scene 4 ways. It is scene 3 ways. The rest of you are morons. So, Chad, can we get a suggestion that maybe one that caught your eye from earlier in the show that went unused, but it shouldn't have gone unused because we're a great audience, you know? Yeah.
We get leftovers toward the end of the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any from 3 days ago that we can just kind of reheat, you know?
You're describing my life so much right now. Let's see here. How
Drink
about
a little water before you microwave?
Okay. We have a suggestion for an amusement park.
An amusement park, okay. And then, do we have anything in the chat that kind of caught your eye for genres of film or theater?
Well, they're still coming in rather slow, so we're going to give them just a second and everything to keep them rolling in. And don't forget, for our viewer on Facebook as well, still keeping an eye on that. So thank you for the suggestions you've thrown out so far. But yeah, we need genres, as many as we have. We do have one for a rom-com.
A romantic comedy, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, rom-com.
Okay, and still coming in. We have horror.
Horror, okay.
Yep.
I always mistrack the number of R's in horror.
Right.
You can't spell. It's like banana, you know, banana, too much.
All right, and
You must have been fun in elementary school.
he was smart. Teacher said they couldn't teach him anything. Let's see. And speaking of which, we have a suggestion for a children's TV show.
Children's show. Okay. So this scene has we're seeing the scene once just regular, you know. It's gonna be about a minute long. It's gonna have something to do with an amusement park. This is scene 3 ways with Melanie and Pierce in 3, 2, and 1.
God. Oh, that was so much fun. I freaking love roller coasters. Oh.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that you're usually like really nervous, anxious, and that was like your first roller coaster since like you were a kid, right?
Yeah. You know, I was a little nervous coming here today because, you know, the way I lost my family when I was a kid, it was pretty traumatic, and it was here on that ride. But I did it.
Coaster, isn't it? I mean, they painted over. They repaired everything.
Yeah. I know. But is the car supposed to be coming off the ride?
Well, I thought they repaired everything.
So run! Oh my gosh.
And scene. All right. So Melanie, I don't know why you went back there. It's just going back to the side of the trauma. All right. So it's good
to move on.
Yeah, that's true closure is when you can ride that roller coaster one last time. All right. So we're going to see that same scene now as a rom-com in 3, 2, and 1.
That was so much fun, right?
That was so fun.
I love that roller coaster.
I'm probably a mess.
Oh, you're still real pretty.
Adorable.
Actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of. I mean, usually when I come here, people are just like, "You're so charming to be like at an amusement park because you're amusing."
Right, and full of yourself too, a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I have a big history, but I want to share it with you.
What? You want to share a dark secret with me?
I do. I'm feeling.
Your assistant from.
Well, I mean, you're more than just my assistant. Grabbing coffee and bringing me dinner and staying in my apartment when I'm lonely. you're a lot to me. You're my I don't have a family.
I always wondered about that. You always seem so distant and aloof and untouchable.
Well, you know, I come from trauma and somehow persevered, and I'm kind of heroic in that way. But this amusement park has brought out a lot of those memories, and are those people taking our pictures? Oh my gosh.
Wanda, let's run away together. Run away with me.
Let's. Yes.
And scene. That seems like that would have gone well in a Hallmark show. All right, we're going to see that same scene now as a horror film in 3, 2, and 1.
That was so amazing, wasn't it? Oh my God, I feel alive. I feel alive for the first time.
That was exciting, but don't you think it's odd that we're the only ones that are here tonight?
I know. It's delicious, isn't it? Just you and me. Alone.
I don't think we should go on any more rides tonight.
Oh, I think we should. I went on a ride with your family when you were a child. That's right.
Scene. That was about to get real dark.
That was my Edward Monk scream.
I was going to have my own nightmares if that had gone on any longer. All right, and one last time, similar to the last one, now is a children's show in 3, 2, and 1.
Wow! That was so cool, right? The roller coaster rolling?
That was really awesome. And for those of you kids at home who are not quite tall enough for that, we wanted to give you the experience of a lifetime on this ride.
It goes up,
Woo!
it comes down, and it goes up, and it comes down. It's
Just like life.
just like life. Life has its ups and downs, doesn't it?
It does. And sometimes you feel like it's just clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking, just like we did. Remember when he started almost crying? that was so fun. But then you swoop down and your life gets really exciting.
Very exciting. Very, whether or not you have family.
Yes. And I know a lot of you kids out there are hurting, and I know that amusement parks for some of you at home are a traumatic experience. And that's why we want to normalize being here and having fun, you know, like those kids that, hey, George, those kids are not tall enough to be up on that ride, those silly gooses.
You better go run, catch them.
Yeah.
And scene.
I think we just witnessed the pilot episode of a children's show that never got funded. Like it never made it.
It's just a constant stream of tragedies in one show.
The kids are all crying watching it.
At an amusement park.
It's kind of like the first time I watched Watership Down. Anyway, yeah.
Or when Artax dies, the never-ending story. It's just, you never forget it.
Spoilers for
those of you who haven't seen that movie from 100 years ago. Yeah.
Exactly.
Spoiler alert.
All right. Well, speaking of spoilers, I'm going to go ahead and make everybody shut up real quick so that we can pull a surprise on you in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself for the cast. Say bye, cast.
Podcast.
And I'm going to go. I'm going to go ahead and mute the cast for the audience. And now, audience is just you and me. We are about to do a chaotic Zoom meeting, and what that means is I'm going to need suggestions for jobs, for organizations, for any occupation or what have you that would benefit from having a meeting amongst folks. This is probably the most meta game that we play. What we're about to do is you're going to give me your suggestions of all these jobs and organizations and other like groups that you would be part of that would be on a Zoom call, and I am going to secretly assign each actor one of those organizations. The twist is none of the actors know who the other actors are representing. So Pierce, Melanie, Patrick, and Katie will all be representing a different organization, but they will all have the same Zoom meeting. So if it sounds confusing, that's by design, and it will make sense once we get into it. So in the chat, let's see what all we have. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Artax did die, so sorry to spoil that for you, but hey, there is that. Scooby-Doo Villains Organization. Oh my god. Right off the bat, I see something for Patrick. So I'm going to give that one to Patrick. I think he'll like that. Okay. That dead air is now over because I can go back and check it out. Oh, the party planning committee. Yes, that is tailor-made for Melanie. So Melanie will be part of the party planning committee. There you go. All right. Let's see here. The Legion of Doom kind of goes with the Scooby-Doo thing. So Hinch People Organization. I like how we have different variations on the same thing. So yeah, let's go completely different direction from what we got so far. So far we have Scooby-Doo Villains and Party Planning. Fraternity Brothers. Yes, this is definitely Pierce. Pierce could definitely handle this. Oh my god. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Pierce, if you could change your name in the Zoom chat, that would be great, because I need to know who to directly message this to. Okay, well, we'll do that. Let's see here. Meanwhile, book club. Okay, I like book club. So, Katie will be in the book club. For those of you who did not see this in the on the screen, Pierce had as a joke changed his name to Chris's name, so I had no clue who to message it to. That was a prank they played on me. Good job. Okay, so that's fraternity, and actually, you know what? Ghost Catcher. I do love Ghost Catcher for gays, so I think Katie would be an interesting Ghost Catcher. Alright, so, to recap, Patrick is going to be in the Scooby-Doo Villains Organization. Melanie is going to be on the Party Planning Committee. Pierce, a.k.a. Chris, a.k.a. Jokester, is going to be in a fraternity, and Katie is going to be part of the Ghost Catcher Organization, which should meld nicely with the Scooby-Doo Villains if they figure it out. So let's see who we got here. Alright, let me go ahead and start bringing everybody back to life in just a minute. Okay. Okay, everyone, we are about to go back live with your audio, so Dirty Talk stops now. Alright, everyone, welcome back. Everyone has their assignments, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I call this chaotic Zoom meeting to order in 3, 2, and 1.
All right. Thank all of you for showing up. I think most everybody is sober. Cool. There is a tag for after. Please don't use it during. But we've got to have this meeting to review our financials for the year. So, anybody want to start us off?
Yes, I have to say I had a plot to get us lots and lots of money. I was going to contribute lots and lots of money, but the gold that was stashed in the mine over there was ruined by a gang of beatniks, and I don't know what to do now because I'm having to have this call from the jail cell in the county jail here. So I want to talk about the financials, but I won't be able to contribute like I thought I would this year.
Well, I hope you can contribute the gold, because we need the gold to put it toward the other items for future events.
Yeah. Look, there's a thing about the gold, okay? The gold has this very specific energy. Okay, this PKE meter is just going off the rails.
All right, look, Patrick, you're in jail. You know, if we get another arrest on our record, they're going to kick us off campus.
Oh,
Well, and it's also
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know you only have your one phone call. Go ahead, Patrick.
well, listen. Getting kicked off campus isn't going to be that big of a deal because if we're on a campus, then these beatniks they can't come in and take us away. So I guess what I'm saying is we need to make sure they don't bring that stupid mangy dog anywhere because it's killing me. It's killing me.
We can't have
Okay,
pets. No pets in the house.
yeah.
Melanie,
I agree. I agree on the no pets. But we have to be having an event every month. I have got decorations for Halloween. I've got decorations for Easter. I've got decorations for Christmas, Hanukkah. I'm ready for anything, but I need to know if that gold is going to be something that's going to go into our budget and I need that keg too once it's been cleaned out because I have a reservation on the 20th and they want 2 kegs and I only have the 1. So we need the budget.
Melanie,
Yes, Katie.
I already said that gold has some very specific energy around it. And circling back to the no pets thing, I told you guys that Fido, he has been here for 1 million years, and we cannot just, if we're going to cleanse, get him out, it's going to require that we call someone. And usually I call me, but.
yeah, we gotta pay a cleaning fee anyway. So can we just pay for
Okay.
budget?
Yeah, okay, take it out of the cleaning budget. Go ahead.
But her point on the energy is huge because I've noticed that a lot of our competitors are, people are wallflowering it and they're not just coming into the center of the room and just getting down. And I feel like using that, if we could create events that have that kind of magical golden energy she's talking about, that's cutting edge.
Well, I had a perfect plan for that because we need to get people out of the center of the room because we can have this interconnected series of doors that you run in one door, you come going out the other one, and you're chasing me, I'm chasing you, I'm riding on the back of a dog for some reason. These beatniks, they pull up in the van. They got this smoke. It gets in your eyes. It gets in your lungs. And you start to feel funny. And you feel hungry. And I just, I'm just tired,
Can you track that van down? We might need it for the party later.
Oh yeah, it's got a smoke trail. You can follow for miles. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Any ideas, guys?
Well, Melanie, were you some kind of event planner?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Patrick, you were a Scooby.
Pierce, were you a frat house coordinator or president?
And Katie, Ghostbuster.
yes.
Yeah.
She's like, we've got Fido's 1 million years old. We need something to get rid of the spirit. And I was like, well, I know of an ex-exorcist dog trainer.
Yeah.
Bring in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Patrick,
All right.
what were you? Did I miss that?
He was a villain from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
There you go. I was like, I knew it was animated something.
The running through the doors thing, that's killed me. That was hilarious.
Oh, all right. So our next game is a game called Letter Sub, and this is a game for Chris and Patrick. And what I'm going to need from you guys in the audience are 2 common consonants. So go ahead and put those in the chat, and Chad will let us know when we have those. And what is going to happen is that Chris and Patrick are going to replace one of those letters with the other one. And I learned a while ago, I do not demonstrate that. So we're just going to let them do that for you. It'll make sense when we get there. Chad, do we have any suggestions?
It won't make sense.
Okay, right off the bat, first of all, sorry to everybody who was temporarily confused. The part of Chris will not be played by Pierce, although that's not the first time I've been confused by that tonight. All right, so that should be fixed on your screens now. Let me know if it's not. Okay, so we have a suggestion for the letter. I tell you what. How about the letter W and the letter M?
The letter W and the letter M.
Okay, so anytime there's a letter M, we replace it with the letter W.
So mom becomes wow.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
See, I can demo once I get the letters. Before that is just a mess. So, all right. Chad, is there a suggestion for a scene that you particularly liked earlier but we didn't get to?
Yes, let me actually check real quick. Washing the ceiling.
Washing the ceiling. All right, so this is letter sub where you guys are replacing the letter M with the letter W. And it has something or nothing to do with washing the ceiling. In 3, 2, and 1.
Wow, that ceiling is filthy.
Do you feel a drip?
Yeah, it's moist.
Oh, which I told you we have to do something about this ceiling.
Well, I can maybe I can wop it up with a wop. I have a wop. I have a Swiffer. Not sure how I'll use it up there though.
Yeah, I mean you could get a bucket and a wop and just and try and clean the ceiling that way. That might work.
Let me taste it. That's Wilk. We have Wilk dripping down from the ceiling.
That's disgusting. No, it's not fresh.
I bet
not fresh.
I bet it's our upstairs neighbors. They just had a baby. She's a new wowie.
Yeah.
She probably left the Wilk out on the counter and forgot.
Yeah, I tried to talk to Wegan about that, but it just
you can't talk to Wegan about anything. She's all stuck watching the television, that Fox News and that witch Wakano talking, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I'm so ready to wove. You know, I've hated this apartment for so long. I was just ready to wove.
Well, we can move if you want. I like being your roommate. Roommate.
You're
Roowies. We're Roowies.
Listen, Witch. You know, I was kind of thinking I might get my own place for once.
What? You don't
Yeah,
like-
you know, with the whole ceiling debacle going on, and you know, you have these terrible ideas about how to clean the apartment. I'm not comfortable with living you anymore.
I didn't know you felt like that, Weichel. I was sorry. I don't want to move back to Michigan. It sucks in Michigan.
Hey, we can find you your own place, you know, but just know that most of the stuff here is mine. So, you know, pretty much all you're going to have to move out with and I guess try to make a living with is, well, this bucket and this wop.
And scene!
I had a good whale coming out there. All right, that was fun. That was good.
Oh, gosh. That was great.
All right, I think we've got one. We're going to be going out with one final game here, and for that, I think we're going to get Chad to roll us out here in a little bit of a good, bad, worse.
Yes, we are. And folks, you know, we've had a lot of laughs tonight. At least I know I have. And if you're like me, and I know I am, you have too. But we also like to improve your life. So what I'm going to need from the audience are questions about burning things in their life. So if you need advice, let's say, we have a panel of funny experts here who can give you advice on the burning questions of the day, things that affect your life personally. Go ahead and just start putting them in the chat now. And in the Deal of the Century, we're going to give you advice from several perspectives because we have so many folks. We're going to give you good advice, we're going to give you bad advice, and we are going to give you worse advice. And you can choose which advice to take from what we give you. So go ahead and just start putting in the chat now. Don't be shy because we've seen a lot of questions. So just go ahead. Anything that's been bothering you, anything that has been on your mind, or anything that you just wanted to know or just need some kind of advice about. For example, RM Little just said, and by the way, we'll get to as many of these as we can, so, you know, if we pull one, just keep on bringing them into the chat. RM Little asks, I am hearing voices. What should I do to get rid of them? All right, we need good advice on this. So, Melanie, with the good advice, please.
I hear voices too. I'm a mom, and so I usually just tell them, shut up! And it works for a little while.
For a little while, yeah. And that's good advice. Now, let's take it to the bad advice from Pierce.
All right, so, you know, everything for me goes back to improv. So I engage with it. I yes and it. You know, if the voice in my head says, kill, 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 I say, yes, and how should we do it? We're going to stab them? We're going to pitchfork them? What are we going to do? So I find that when you do engage those voices in your head, you make progress. You really do.
This explains a lot about my career as well. All right, let's go with worse advice from Patrick.
Maybe you need to reframe your thinking here. Maybe you're not hearing voices. Maybe you're a voice that they're hearing. So what I would say is begin to question every single bit of your existence. Are you human? Do you really feel pain? What would happen if you burned down the neighbor's house? I don't know. These are things that you need to explore in finding out your existence.
That got philosophical and worse. So, points to all around. Abby Joys in the chat says, my pet won't leave me alone when I work from home. What do I do? We need some good advice on this and also some more questions. Let's throw in a couple more if we can. Good advice on this from Chris.
Now I'm not sure what type of pet you have. If it's a goldfish, this probably won't work. But typically, if it's a dog or even if it's a cat, right before you're getting ready to work, play with them, exercise them, get them out, run them down, so that they'll take the time to rest or nap while you're working.
All right, run them dry qualifies as good advice. So somehow
didn't mean that.
Yeah, we have bad advice from Patrick.
If you're working, they need to be working as well. So what you do is get them a little necktie, get him a little briefcase. So if he's going off to his little cat job, open the door, let him go to his job. It's going to be fine because if you see a cat with a briefcase and a necktie, you're not going to mess with it. You're going to know he's on his way to work. He's going to be fine.
Okay. Modern problems require modern solutions. And now a worse advice from Melanie.
Yeah, I'll put the number in the chat for you, but there's a great local trainer with a wonderful, you can call him Padre, if you want, and there's a lot of candles and incense, and it's really a beautiful transitional experience for any animal, and they are better for it when it's over.
He's the Padre.
The Padre.
And he chants very Python-esque. All right. And finally, we do have one more question in the chat. From RM Little, I cooked a surprise dinner for my boyfriend, but the chicken is still raw. Should I still serve it? He will be home any minute. We need good advice from Katie on this one.
So, I would say really you probably shouldn't. It depends on your boyfriend and whether he's a jerk. I wouldn't know, but probably you would not want to serve raw chicken to anyone.
All right, that is good advice and healthy advice that you can follow. Let's go to bad advice, good Lord, from Pierce.
Right. So chicken is pretty much, it's like the blank paper of foods. It really doesn't matter how you cook it. So I would say just throw the whole thing in the microwave for about 5 more minutes. That will make sure that it's completely cooked all the way through. And honestly, it's going to taste the same.
Spoken like a true fraternity leader. All right. Chris with the worst advice.
So the hallmark of any relationship is sharing. So when you're talking about should you surprise your boyfriend with the raw chicken, this would be a surprise for both of you. I say yes, feed him, and then just wait and see what happens. You're going to be surprised one way or the other.
For some reason, even though it doesn't fit the structure, I have a feeling that Patrick has something to add to this.
I do. Listen, you don't want to serve the chicken. All right, we want to make sure whenever we're cooking chicken, we're cooking it fully all the way through to where the center is 165 degrees Celsius. You want that charred,
Celsius,
burned all the way through. All right, you want that to be charcoal briquettes. That's how you serve good chicken.
This is how
Cajun
we
blackened.
are. Well done.
and scene.
Oh,
So
man.
that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a good time traveling with us through some improvisation, and hopefully you guys won't take any of our advice that we gave you. I'm not even sure if some of the good advice qualified as good advice here tonight, but we give it out to you guys free of charge anyway, because that's just how we do. I'd like to thank our cast here tonight. Thank Pierce,
Chris.
Katie,
Diddy.
Patrick, Melanie, for such a fun night. I enjoyed it. Our first show of 2021. Woohoo! And thanks a big to Chad. We could not do this without Chad. He's the one that makes all of our magic happen, the sorcery of the wizardry of the interwebs and the
Don't
Twitch
need him.
dumb and stuff. So with that, Chad, is there any final announcements or things that you want to? Oh, we got to talk about the title for the show. Anything that you want to go over before we sign off?
Yes. So real quick, thanks to everybody who supported us tonight. First and foremost, RM Little, Eagle Panini, Stab Comedy with the Raid, Patrick
Woohoo!
5, and again, welcome again to Abby Joys and Expressman for the follows, and thank you so much to Brandon for watching us on Facebook. We really do appreciate it. By the way, Brandon does say every time he sees the big cup, we should do the Pee Wee Herman scream. I will take that under advisement for next time. Okay, but for the title of the show, we had a few good suggestions for this. So first of all, we had 40 is the new 4. Which was brilliant. Tender Victuals. Cat Walkabout. Four castrati singing a Gregorian chant. And of course, Roowies.
Roowies!
Roowies. Gotta be Roowies.
I love Roowies. Yeah, it was great.
That game usually gets titles, the letter stuff. I don't know what it is. But, yeah.
It does. I mean, people
Roowies.
probably think we just can't spell.
Or speak.
It's like, man, them CGI guys, they do a lot of typos in their titles.
All right, Roowies it is. Thank you to RM Little for the suggestion.
Yay! All right. So I guess I don't know if you were going to go on to anything else. That was it for your announcements. All right. I was zoning out there. I was listening to the voices that I had in my head. So thank you guys for watching. Are we doing any raids or anything tonight, chat? Okay. So thank you guys for watching. First show coming Tuesday. We've got a whole brand new, fresh season of our Jackbox games. This month, any of our audience members that come on and play with us as guests, those points will actually count towards the audience running total as well. So the audience actually has a chance this month of winning. Of course, once they start getting close, we'll just stop having guests. Yeah. But so if you want to be a guest on our Jackbox Game Show, if you're interested in wanting to play Jackbox games, go to our chaoticimprov.com/contact. You can contact us. and let us know that you want to play, and we'll get you on Tuesday night to play some Jackbox with us. Thursday and Saturday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, we've got our short form improv games again, or comedy one shots next week. I believe next Saturday will be our 50th show for our 50th short form show. So hopefully maybe we'll do something special for that. Not really sure. We'll see. It's improv. We don't know. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for our cast for playing along tonight. Thank you, Chad, for running us seamlessly. Thank you.